Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 5 here on Snowdrop Tundra, looking for us a nice little deli bird, but we're going to start off today with 4,822 sneaky snacking. We're also going to grab 20 diamonds for going to bed on time. That is very nice. And then we're going to pick up 100 sleep points for getting enough sleep. That's going to put us at 5,413. Not bad at all. And for our daily lottery, we are going to pick up a small handy candy. Very nice. That will come in handy later on when we finally catch something that we're going to use for Suicune. Hopefully the deli bird. We'll find out. But let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see if I even got the dozing type to even try to find a deli bird in the first place. Because so far, only gotten dozing once and did not get lucky on the Delibird side. 9 hours and 9 minutes of sleep. That is a decent amount of dozing. 14% dozing, 46% snoozing, and 40% slumbering. That could be balanced. It is dozing, though. Very nice. And I believe this is an Ultra 2 sleep, maybe Ultra 1. So we should have some pretty decent odds of finding a Delibird. A lot of 2-star sleeps. 7 spawns, so we've almost got the max, so we're doing pretty good on the total number of spawns to maximize our odds. Would be better if we could get that extra spawn, but we did get a new Altaria. We got a new Altaria sleep style. That's good. That'll go into our sleep decks and will help tremendously. 2 Psyducks, really. All right, so we got 2 Psyducks, a Haunter, a Toxicroak, and 2 Swalot. All right, well, no Delibird then, because the only other one left is this nice, beautiful Altaria. So no luck there. Yet again, dozing sleep and no Delibird. Not looking good. We've only got a few days left, and so far, turned up a whole lot of nothing. Haunter's hungry. Who else? Psyduck is hungry, but I don't need one. Oh, man. Honestly, I don't know. This is just not a good situation to be in. 2 Psyducks. I already have one very, very good one, so I absolutely don't need them. 2 Swalots, which could be good, but I'd rather catch a Gulpin, and that's only good in the scenario that we actually want to use their main skill. Outside of that, no. Honestly, it's between Haunter and Toxicroak, but we already have 3 good Gengars, or Ghastly, a mix of them. And I do need a better Toxicroak. I don't think I really care about the evolution on its main skill, because it's just charge strength. So maybe going for the Toxicroak is the right call. Because we do need one that can produce oil more effectively. The only thing we'd be missing out on that would apply to ingredients is the extra 5 bag space for the evolution. Yeah, I think Toxicroak is the way to go and hope we get a critical hit. That would be super nice. No luck, though. Not getting a whole lot of luck this week, that's for sure. All right, well, we're just going to wrap it up there because there's not really anything that I'm going to use any other biscuits on. Again, let's see. I'm not going to send out the Swablu candy because, again, I think we're going to have a lot of people getting a lot of Swablu candy during the summer festival since flying types are going to have increased spawns. Question is, do I give out Toxicroak or Croagunk candy or Psyduck candy? Psyduck would be more useful, but I think it is only going to be more useful for a very select few people that are going to use Golduck on their team, whereas Croagunk candy is more useful for getting people oil. I think Croagunk candy is more useful for more people, so that's what we're gonna do. Psyduck candy is useful, but Pro-Gun Candy, I think, is more useful for more people. And we are going to pick up a decent amount of Dream Shards, though, for how this week has been going. About 40, almost 4,100 Dream Shards. Not bad. I don't know if we're quite over 300 grand yet, but we're probably about to drop a lot of those Dream Shards into that Cram-O-Matic, with expensive as it's going to be. Still no new news. And we have... how many reports? 45. Nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. They doubled up. Very nice. Very, very good. I like when that happens. All right. Let's go ahead and back it out and let's get into the meat and potatoes. We have, let's see if we can get a skill trigger on Dragonair. Nice. Usually a good day when we start out with a skill trigger on Dragonair. And then for Walrein, full inventory, of course. I am going to collect because I do want to pick up some of that oil just to try to help Toxicroak out a little bit. But that's a lot of oil. 14. Good start to the day. Pretty decent amount of corn in there, too. All right, it's up to you, Victory Bell. I need you to skill trigger as well. Come on. Nice. There we go. I misclicked the first time. It's almost like I, haven't been playing this game for months. All right, so I did already have a skill trigger from Flareon left over from last night, so that's why Flareon is not on the team right now, and we should still be able to go ahead and make the green grass salad. Boom. There we go. And let's fill it in. You know what? We got a bunch of sausage. Yeah, let's throw in sausage. Let's save some of that milk. Maybe we can start saving up some milk for whenever we need some desserts. Probably a good call. Probably a good call. All right, 31,818. Very nice. And that means that we are going to hopefully get to the next rank. But they're getting pretty far away from each other now. Let's see. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yes, Ultra 3. I don't know why I was saying come on. All right, he already had the rank up, and here I am. Wow. Go me. All right, well, we are Ultra 3, so that's good. The higher we get in the ranks, the better. I do want to double check real fast. And actually, let me go ahead and switch over and let you guys check this out just so I can show you. If you go to documentations, because this is a document that I go to quite often, the spawn count score lookup table. It's about, what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down from the top. And this shows you how much drowsy power you need to get the number of spawns. So I typically go to this one to figure out how many I need just for 8. I really don't look for the others as much. But for 8 spawns, we need 65,700,000 drowsy power. We're a long ways away from that. Even at 100, we'd get 38.5 million right now. So we need almost double that. So yeah, we're a long way from 8 spawns. That means we would need to get to have a little bit into the way to Master 3. So yeah, we're a long way from 8 spawns. I don't think we're getting 8 spawns this week. Maybe on Sunday. But for now, probably not happening. But this is a very interesting document. It's just a little nice thing to have and know that it's there so that when you're trying to do a certain thing like I was doing a couple weeks ago with keeping my score low to try to hunt Totodile. I said a couple weeks ago. That was last week. Feels so long ago. Going in here and figuring how much drowsy power I needed to get 8 spawns and then just kind of stop there. So this is a good resource to have. You may not use it all too often, but it's good to know that it's there so that you can go look it up when you need it. And I wanted to make you guys aware of that. But speaking of things to make you guys aware of, there was some conversation going on in the comments yesterday about the Cram-O-Matic and the strategies. I did want to issue a correction. I knew someone in the comments would help me out. There was a couple people in the comments actually that corrected me. It is 61,000 dream shards per day if you want to use all 4 uses of the Cram-O-Matic in one day. But for the first time use of the day, it is 1,000 dream shards. For the second time, it's 5,000. For the third time, it's 15,000. And then for the fourth time, it jumps all the way up to 40,000 dream shards. So I've seen a lot of people say that they're only going to use it 3 times a day. That does cost you 21,000 dream shards, which is a lot better than 61,000. So that might be a way to kind of min-max the amount of times you can use the Cram-O-Matic without spending all of your dream shards. So maybe that's the way to go. I did see also some other people talking about how it's probably best to not use water candies to try to get the medium water type candies, because we are going to get a bunch of water candies during Water Festival. So maybe we don't want to use those just yet. And then, yeah, somebody was saying that the Gulpin family is the best Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon, and that's what I was talking about earlier with the Swalot. So keep that in mind as well. But I did see a lot of people are planning to use Wobbuffet, Sudowoodo. Someone even mentioned Slowpoke, which I don't think is a bad idea to use Slowpoke candies. Maybe if you're further into the game, I don't know if I would if you're still kind of new to the game, because you do need Slowpoke to get the tails, unless you found a good Ditto, which actually, can Ditto even get tails? Let me make sure I have this correct before I say it. I don't know if Ditto can get tails at level 30. It may be level 60. Yeah, I think Ditto only gets tails at level 60. Let's double check. Let me go ahead and check myself on the fly. Yes, Ditto only gets tails at level 60. So never mind. Slowpoke and the Slowpoke line are the only way to get tails right now, outside of tickets and ingredient magnets. So if you're still in the early game, you may not want to use those Slowpoke candies, but if you're in the later game and you've kind of outgrown the use of a Slowpoke, because once you get some of the higher recipes, especially the corn recipes, the tails don't really help as much. You can make much better recipes without the tails. So maybe if you've gotten to the point where you're making the higher recipes more often, then go ahead and use those Slowpoke candies. And then there was someone else. Oh, yes, Caterpie, Gulpin candies as well. Keep in mind, though, if you do want to use that Gulpin for your Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon, because it is the best Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon. So that's up to you if you want to use them. Caterpie candies do make sense. As much as I really like my Butterfree, because it was my first shiny in this game, and I used it quite a lot and to great effect when I was playing early on, so I'm a little bit biased. But it's not a bad use for filler candy. Again, another Wobbuffet. Let's see, Sudowoodo and Wobbuffet again. And then let's see, again, Sudowoodo and Wobbuffet. So it seems like Sudowoodo candies and Wobbuffet candies are the big winners of which candy is the best for filling up the Cram-O-Matic. So I think we've got some interesting strategies here. Good things to think about. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Here's an interesting one. Sableye, I think, is actually a really good candy filler, because most of us aren't going to use Sableye. However, Sableye is a little bit more rare, so you may not have a bunch of Sableye candies to use as filler. Meowth candies also makes pretty good sense. I feel like Meowth is still a little bit more rare, but not nearly as rare as Sableye. I just don't feel like I've seen one all that often. Riolu candy, actually a really good choice. Again, more rare. Well, no, if you're on Taupe Hollow, it feels like Riolu shows up every day at Taupe Hollow for me. So you may or may not have a lot of these candies. And that's kind of the thing with these picks. I like these picks because they're kind of out there and ones you wouldn't normally think of, but they are more rare, so you may not have as many to throw in. But if you're only doing 2 or 3 Cram-O-Matics a day, you may have enough. So keep those in mind. Sableye, Meowth, Riolu, and interesting, I didn't even notice this when I read the comment the first time. Comfey candy, interesting. I didn't even think about Comfey at all. I don't know that anybody's gonna have enough Comfey candy to throw in there and really do anything with, but not a bad thing to think about. Yeah, Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would worry about, I don't know if I would use any water type candies in there. Or maybe you could use water type candies because we're probably going to get a decent amount back for the water festival or water week. But with Suicune coming up, you may want to hold on to as many water candies as you can get. So maybe you don't want to use them in the Cram-O-Matic as trash or filler. Maybe use them to try to get water type candies. But again, we're probably going to get a lot during water week. So I don't know that I would worry about it too much. That said, that was kind of the big ones that really stood out to me that I thought were pretty interesting. Wobbuffet and Sudowoodo, the big winners of trash candy. Nobody's going to use them probably ever. Riolu coming in as a good runner-up. Sableye is a really good runner-up if you have enough Sableye and Riolu candies to actually use as trash filler. And then also, as far as the strategies go, maybe only use the Cram-O-Matic 3 times a day. If you're running low on Dream Shards, maybe only twice a day. Really up to you to determine how much you can use it with the amount of Dream Shards that you have. But I think these are all solid strategies. I'll probably employ some of them myself. I've just got to figure out what candies I want because I have no clue. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how things go. But wanted to report back on that. Thank you everybody that contributed to the conversation, gave me some tips and ideas, and well, gave me, I said incorrect. Shared their tips and ideas with the community. That is the more correct answer. This conversation is continuing over on the Discord, so if you want to join us and continue this conversation, go ahead and click on the link to the Discord channel in the description of this video. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe while you're at it if you enjoy these videos, and y'all have a good night, and until next time, later dudes.